Oh! Right, I forgot that... Okay, sorry. I forgot that Paz did a full-length video. He basically only ever does shorts. I don't know why he decided to just randomly make, like, a full-length video. But yeah, I'd been meaning to check this out. You've probably seen this guy before. If you ever watched a video of some dangerous Australian thing, you've probably seen this guy. Or you've seen someone react to him.
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet. But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day. What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate?
A fucking
The answer is this fat fucking
toad. It's a fucking cane toad. These things, man. I assume he's gonna go into the history of how cane toads were brought to Australia. Australia has this, Australia had this habit in the the 1900s of just bringing in animals to deal with other animals. And then they realized, oh shit, this new animal became a pest. Let's bring in a new animal to deal with that animal. And now we have a bunch of invasive bullshit, one of them being this fucker. There is 0 restrictions on how many of these you kill. It is encouraged that you kill as many as possible. These things destroy the habitat. There is no reason for them to be in Australia. All they do is kill native wildlife. All they do is just ruin habitats. And one thing people would do in Queensland is after rain, they would go out and hit them with golf clubs. That was fun.
But how did this war begin? Well, to answer your question, we're going to have to go way back. The year is 1866.
Oh, it's the 1800s,
We are in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do. With the British.
Of course.
You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country.
They do that.
And part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane. Sugar was valuable, not only for trade, but also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it? But you see, sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia.
So fucking Queensland.
One option. And so, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866. But the farmers ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called
Cane beetle.
Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven and set to work demolishing the plant leaves. Now, funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants. These eggs hatched into larvae. And unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the roots. And so the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted. And the farmers can do nothing but watch as sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits.
This is the problem that happened so many times in Australia that we tried to solve so many times, and we always think we know we can introduce a new species and it's gonna deal with the problem, and every fucking time it becomes a problem itself. It's almost like when you introduce an invasive species, it doesn't just eat the thing that you want it to eat.
This whole situation really pissed off the farmers, who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields. Fuck. And so, the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900. This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces.
This time will be different, exactly.
Is covered in bugs. They are breaking my shit. How do I...
Here's a fun one. Did you know that Australia has the world's largest wild population of camels? That's not a joke, by the way. We have the world's largest population of wild camels. Why do we have the world's largest population of wild camels? Well, most of the country is a fucking desert. And, horses don't like that. As a solution, we imported camels. And now we have a lot of fucking camels.
Violently slaughter the local wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins. The BSES pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemicals.
Where did we get the camels from? From the Canary Islands and India. In the 1840s. And then when we got cars, they were like, what do we do with the camels? Mark, just let them go. Just, who fucking cares?
Insecticides didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work. Then,
that could have
one
gone
day
real
in the
badly.
office, while pondering this question, someone had an idea. Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office, please give me anything. What about cane toads? What? Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean, it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by an invasive species. I mean, what could possibly...
Well, the cane beetles are not actually invasive. So, ignore that part.
go wrong?
Surely.
And so, in June of 1936, 2000...
Oh, you want to know about another fun one that Australia has? Australia also has cat hunting. So we have a serious problem of feral cats. People hunt cats in Australia. But isn't sugarcane invasive to Australia? It was... Yeah, yes, but it was brought... Yeah, okay, yes, sure. But... yes. I don't think I can show the I can't show any photos. But yeah, if you look up Australia cat hunting, you will find pictures.
1,400 brave cane divers were deployed to the...
Because basically what's happened is cats end up eating a lot of native birds and a lot of native wildlife. And there's a lot of feral cats. Australia has a lot of fun animal problems. We also have a invasive pig problem as well. So lots of pig hunting, lots of kangaroo hunting, lots of cat hunting. Yeah. Oh, we also have deers. Did you know that? When were they introduced? When were deers introduced to Australia? In the 19th century. Why were they introduced? Do you want to know why they were introduced? Because people from England wanted to keep hunting them. That's why they were introduced. They just brought them here so they could just keep hunting them because they were used to hunting them. Is there anything native there? Yeah, koalas, kangaroos. Kangaroo hunting is common because we have shitloads of kangaroos. I've said it before, but Australia has more kangaroos than people. Like, there's a shitload of kangaroos. They are not endangered. There's no, like, kangaroos are a pest, basically. They're a native pest, but they're a pest.
Fields to deal with the arthropod menace. But there's just one small issue. Cane toads were fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, funnily enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
So this is I keep pausing, but this reminds me of another story. So you know how it was common for people to have cats on a ship? Because cats would, like, eat mice and eat rats and all that stuff? People realized that cats were actually a really shit animal to have on boats. Because cats would, like, hunt, like, 1 or 2 mice and then get lazy and just go to sleep. So what people started to do is they started to take ferrets on boats. Because ferrets, they are crack hunters. Ferrets hunt for sport, and they will just go constantly. They are much better hunters than cats are.
On top of that, cane toads don't dig for food either, so they didn't eat the larvae.
Yeah.
Now, this all sounds like information that should have come up during the research and study phase of the plan. This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase.
Imagine that.
The BSCS did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing an army of cane toads. Are you fuck? This complete absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological fuck-ups.
Yup.
And it's gonna teach you.
Oh yeah, they're also poisonous, by the way. Venomous? Poisonous? I don't fucking know. One of the two of them.
A valuable lesson about invasive species. You see, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths. Rats, mice,
Lizard.
snails, baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of f***ing Kirby. And then, not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve, with all that food, they started reproducing.
Imagine that.
A lot. In fact, female cane toads can
Give me a second. There might be someone at the door. Okay, my housemate got the door. It's all good. You know the YouTuber is a real Aussie when I can't tell them apart from dank pods? What does that mean about me?
lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch. But I mean, this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has this under control.
Nope.
Wait, what? Cane toads, they're poisonous.
Yep.
Little bulges on the shoulder. And those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin. No, that's
Is he gonna go into it?
not a D's nuts joke.
Got him!
Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the glands. And when ingested, it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin.
Yeah, so there's actually a thing where people will lick toads. The whole licking toads thing that you've probably seen on The Simpsons, that's like a real thing. Cane toads, people will do this. Or they'll smoke toad venom. This is an actual thing. Don't do it because you will die, but it is a thing.
And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
It's important to note that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles. Now, in their natural habitat, this isn't as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this fuck-ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands.
Right.
But Australia is not their ecosystem. And despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Calid toad. Now, quick question for the class. What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it? It gets bigger. And so, shortly
it keeps getting bigger until it runs out of habitat or runs out of food. And, didn't do that.
To being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country. The BSES noticed this and, did fucking nothing. Because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their
was it Family Guy, not The Simpsons? Okay, I forgot which one. But yes, there was, totally, it was, wasn't it Peter? Peter licked a toad? Oh, that sounds right.
Began polluting the waterways like
let's get that one again.
All inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES did nothing. Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing. The swarm advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine. By the 1980s, the toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them. And considering, at this point, there were 5 fucking million of them.
Yeah, so when it, like this...
At this point, there were...
This is not, like, a fake image. When it rains in Queensland... This happens. You will see hundreds of them, especially if you're living somewhere rural. If you're living like northern Queensland, rural, like the part where like, sugarcane is grown, they're fucking everywhere.
5 fucking million of them. That happened a lot. So with local wildlife being absolutely fucking...
They were also introduced to the Philippines and Fiji. Beautiful. Let me guess, for the same reason.
Estimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe...
Listen, we fucked up.
But, oh well, everyone makes mistakes. Nothing we can do about it. No! They left it for the government to clean up. Sir, a second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field. Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population. They tried trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit. Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and
I got an idea. How about we introduce a new animal?
parasites, but was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife. And so, the toad front continues to advance to this day.
Yep.
So where does that leave us?
Yep.
Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads now threaten a total of 75 native species, and they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction in parts of the country they infest. And with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads, that infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future. And given that they have amassed a population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication, switching focus to harm reduction, using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just fucking kill the toad.
Yep. Yep. It is fully encouraged. Infinite toad killing is allowed. If you kill 1,000 toads, who fucking cares? Kill as many as you want.
You are supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours.
No. No, you hit him with a fucking golf club.
But, most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space. So they just use a fucking golf club.
Yep.
Or a car.
Yep.
In my car right after
And with this being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example.
Wait, I wonder. Do people like skin cane toads? The answer to that question is actually yes. Okay, I wasn't aware of this. So apparently, I had just assumed, but yeah, there's apparently people that do like make things out of cane toad leather. Now it's No! No! What is that? Oh my god. See, the problem with them is that, like, it's ugly as sin. If they looked good, there would be so much cane toad hunting for leather.
Are immune to their venom, and Ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Now, jokes aside, you want to know who I feel genuinely fucking awful for? The toads. They didn't ask for any of this shit. They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this story are the BSES and the cane growers. Because you may be thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place?
1900s, don't care.
That's the neat part. They weren't. The federal government banned the fucking idea when they came up for it in 1935, based on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger fucking issue than the beetles. But the BSES and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We are stuck in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at scientific advice and went, nah. You have got to be fucked.
Yep.
G'day, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Oh, I didn't notice that one.
Thank you so much for watching. This is the first crack I have taken at a long form on this channel, and I'm not going to lie, I had a lot of fun working on it, so I hope you enjoyed.
I love pause.
Also, a quick announcement if anyone missed it. We're partnered with Gamersubs now.
Woo!
The link in the code is in the description, so go.
Hey, look at this. See, sometimes when a YouTuber is partnered with Gamersubs, they sometimes use the normie the normie flavors, the normie cups. I do, like, he has the normie cup, right? But at a bare minimum, he's not showing the normie flavors. You gotta have the anime titties out.
Yourself a tub, man. Also, just want to thank each and every one of you watching this for literally changing my life. That will never not mean the world to me, so
Aw.
thank you. Hope you all have a bloody fantastic rest of your holiday period, and I will see you all next time.
That was a great video. I love Paz stuff. It's all fucking great. Usually he does short, and the shorts are great. But a long-term video for that was real fun. Got to dedicate entire react to Megalag. Might not be a bad idea. We'll do it. We might do it next week. Yeah. I think that'll be where we end off for today.